I believe it's time for a new social movement in this country and in this world. And personally, I think we need a movement that transcends the environmental movement. The environmental movement, in my humble opinion, is not enough to get the job done. That's been demonstrated over the past, decade, I would say, pretty clearly. When the environmental movement began in the 70s, it was on fire, and it was doing amazing things, and it still is doing amazing things. Don't get me wrong, but and I'm not talking about the grassroots environmental movement. I'm talking about the big, so-called big green groups, the Beltway Greens, and I'm not talking about their members even. It's just the way things go. When organizations are around for a long period of time and they get big and bureaucratic, they lose their edge, and sometimes they lose their sense of mission and purpose, and start becoming part of the system that they initially were formed to change. And I think that's happened with a lot of the larger environmental organizations in this country. And I can only speak for the U.S., but I'm sure around the world as well. And we're running out of time. If we want to keep living on this planet, we've got to make major change, and we've got to make it fast. And so I am, if I can be so bold as to do so, and announcing a new movement. It's called the Pro-Earth Movement, and it is open to every American, every human being who values clean water, fresh air, healthy food, in a climate that supports life. It's really that simple. There are no dues to be a member of the Pro-Earth Movement. There's no dues to pay. There's no organization to join. It's just a personal choice. If these are things that you value, I invite you to become part of the Pro-Earth Movement. And let's get beyond labels. Environmentalists, what does that mean anyway? I mean, environment. Environment implies that there's something apart that we're trying to protect, and there's nothing apart. I mean, we're all the environment. We're all of the earth. So this is a fight for survival. This is a fight, and not even so much a fight. This should be a joyous struggle, based with the foundation of love, going back to my childhood, the spring of my existence, and I believe it needs to be based on love and mutual respect for one another and respect for the earth. And so I'm inviting anyone watching this video to join the Pro-Earth Movement. Let's have a movement that transcends the environmental movement. I think it's we need something bigger than that. We need something that's more inclusive. It's something that everybody feels like there's a place for them. And so I'm announcing today the Pro-Earth Movement and inviting you to join it. And everyone who's for the earth, for the wonderful things that the earth provides us, life and sustenance, please join. And there's no place to join but in your heart. And so let's get the work done that we need to do to stabilize our existence here, so that we can continue to live on this beautiful blue orb that's floating through the middle of the universe, that is so miraculously to sustain life, so miraculously sustaining life. I mean, what a miracle that we're even alive. So that's where I'm headed in the autumn of my life, and I hope you'll join me on that journey. And sometime after the first of the year, I'm going to be announcing a new initiative that will embrace the pro-Earth movement and help. I guess best way to say it would be provide a portal for the pro-Earth movement, for people to get involved and to engage in. And from there, let's just let it grow organically. I mean, it's not my movement. This is just an idea I have, and I want to share it with you. And let's all own it. And let's walk down a path of life and mutual support. And let's get back to native wisdom. And let's ask our native brothers and sisters to help us find our way back to living at peace with the earth. And this is going to be a great journey. And I'm very excited about it, actually. This is a hard time. We're going to lose a lot that we love already. We've gone so far. We're going to lose a lot. But there's so much left to be saved. And so let's celebrate that, and let's all just come together as one human family and do what's right for the future and for the present, and base it in love. And there's no force of greed or power that can overcome that. Love is the greatest power.